Who was Tyson's first opponent that Mike defeated with ease? With this fight, Mike Tyson was going to establish himself as a promise in the pugilistic scene. Do you think it was possible that almost nobody believed in a world champion like Mike Tyson? Then, you have to stay until the end of the video. Mike Tyson in Brooklyn, New York. His childhood was marked by poverty, violence, and crime. He grew up in Brownsville, one of Brooklyn's most dangerous neighborhoods, where daily survival was a challenge. His father abandoned the family when Mike was very young, leaving his mother, Lorna Tyson, to raise Mike and his siblings in extremely difficult circumstances. From an early age, Mike Tyson became involved in criminal activity. By the age of 13, he had been arrested more than 30 times. His rebellious and aggressive nature led him to commit robberies and street fights, which brought him into contact with the juvenile justice system. It was during his time at Tryon Juvenile Detention Center that his life began to turn around. At Tryon, Tyson was discovered by Bobby Stewart, a former boxer and youth counselor, who saw young Mike's potential in boxing. Stewart introduced Tyson to the sport, teaching him the basic fundamentals and working with him to channel his aggression in a constructive way. Recognizing Tyson's raw talent and fierce determination, Stewart introduced him to Cus D'Amato, a legendary trainer known for his ability to mold champions. Cus D'Amato became a father figure to Mike Tyson. D'Amato, along with his partner Camille Ewald and assistant Teddy Atlas, provided Tyson with a home and structure he had never had before. Under D'Amato's tutelage, Tyson underwent an intense and disciplined training regimen. D'Amato not only focused on developing Tyson's physical skills, but also his mental toughness, teaching him the importance of self-confidence and strategy in the ring. D'Amato instilled in Tyson his philosophy of peekaboo, a style of boxing characterized by a high, closed guard, constant head movement, and a focus on quick counterattack. This style maximizes the power of the punches while minimizing exposure to the opponent's attacks. Tyson adopted this method with fervor, combining his natural speed and power with the refined technique D'Amato taught him. As Tyson progressed in his training, he began to garner attention on the amateur circuit, winning multiple titles and amassing an impressive win record. With his impressive performance and ability to knock out opponents quickly and decisively, Tyson earned a reputation as a young prodigy in the boxing world. As time went on, it became clear that Tyson was ready to make the jump to professional boxing. Tyson's team, including D'Amato and manager Jimmy Jacobs, began looking for suitable candidates for his professional debut. The choice of Tyson's first opponent was crucial. It had to be someone with enough experience to pose a challenge, but not so formidable as to jeopardize the young boxer's confidence. After careful consideration, it was decided that the ideal opponent for Tyson's debut would be Hector Mercedes, a boxer with a modest but respectable record. Mercedes was experienced enough to test Tyson's skills, but was not considered an insurmountable threat. This fight was scheduled for March 6, 1985, in Albany, New York. On March 6, 1985, Mike Tyson stepped into the ring for the first time as a professional. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation and excitement. Boxing fans and the media were anxious to see if the young prodigy could live up to the expectations that had been built around his name. When the bell rang, Tyson came out of his corner with palpable ferocity and determination. From the first moment, it was clear that he was there to make a statement. Tyson used his signature peekaboo style, keeping his guard up and making quick head movements to dodge Mercedes' punches. He approached his opponent with short, quick steps, constantly pressuring him. Mercedes, for his part, tried to keep his distance and use his jab to keep Tyson at bay. However, Tyson showed an exceptional ability to close the distance quickly. After dodging a jab from Mercedes, Tyson lunged forward with a devastating right hook that landed hard on his opponent's body. Mercedes staggered, clearly affected by the power of the blow. Tyson gave him no time to recover. He continued to attack with a series of quick and powerful combinations, connecting with hooks and uppercuts that drove Mercedes into the ropes. Tyson's speed and accuracy were impressive, and each punch seemed to have the force of a freight train. Barely a minute and a half into the first round, Tyson threw a brutal right uppercut that lifted Mercedes off the ground. The blow was so forceful that Mercedes fell to the canvas, unable to get up. The referee began the count, but it was obvious that Mercedes would not recover in time. He concluded the count and signaled the end of the fight, declaring Mike Tyson the winner by technical knockout. Mike Tyson's impressive victory in his professional debut was just the beginning of a legendary career. His performance in the ring that night left an indelible mark on the boxing world, heralding the arrival of a formidable new contender. Tyson continued his winning streak, knocking out a succession of opponents and eventually becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in world history at the age of 20. Tyson's road to greatness was filled with challenges, both in and out of the ring. However, his professional debut remains an iconic moment in boxing history, remembered as the beginning of the career of one of the most feared and respected boxers of all time. Mike Tyson became not only a legend of the sport, but also a symbol of redemption and self-improvement, proving that with the right discipline and guidance, even the most difficult beginnings can lead to extraordinary achievements. After the fight with Tyson, Mercedes fought in several other contests, facing a variety of opponents with mixed results. Although he never achieved the fame or success of his more famous opponent, Mercedes continued to demonstrate his courage and dedication to the sport. Her professional career, though without great achievement, is testament to her passion for boxing and her fighting spirit. Mercedes eventually retired from professional boxing, leaving behind a record that mirrors the ups and downs of many boxers. His experience facing a young Mike Tyson became a significant anecdote in the boxing world, a reminder of the beginnings of a legend and the toughness of the sport. After his retirement, Mercedes' life focused on activities outside the ring. Like many retired boxers, he faced the challenges of transitioning to a life without the spotlight and the adrenaline of fighting. He remained close to his community and, on occasion, shared his experience and knowledge with young aspiring boxers, seeking to inspire and guide the next generation. Moreover, after his debut, Tyson continued an impressive streak of knockout victories. Between 1985 and 1986, he racked up 19 consecutive victories, most of them by first-round knockout. His ferocity and punching power became his hallmark, and his peekaboo style made him nearly impenetrable. The combination of his impressive physique and refined technique made him an unstoppable force in the ring. On November 22, 1986, at the age of 20, Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion of the world by defeating Trevor Berbick by a second-round knockout. This monumental achievement cemented his status as a boxing superstar. Tyson not only won the World Boxing Council (WBC) title, but also unified the World Boxing Association (WBA) and International Boxing Federation (IBF) titles by defeating James Smith and Tony Tucker, respectively. I hope you liked this video. Remember, you can subscribe for more content like this. But before you go, I want you to leave me a comment and tell me what you think of this fight. Don't forget to leave your like. See you soon.